What's going on, everyone? My name's Alpha and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon X and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon X Hardcore Nuzlocke using only trade evolution encounters? So this is a kind of an interesting challenge. Basically it's similar to the monotype Hardcore Nuzlockes we've been doing, but in this terms we are doing only trade evolutions only. So to start off, we just gotta run through the rules just like normal. We're gonna start with a Nuzlocke. The rules of a Nuzlocke is basically the first encounter of every route will be your only encounter and the only Pokemon you can catch. In our situation, we can only catch the first Pokemon that evolves by trading in the route. And as well, fainting equals death for us, so we can't faint at all or our Pokemon will die and we can never use them again. So there's no revives at all. Implementing the hardcore mode into this, the hardcore mode includes no items inside a battle. You can use hell items, you cannot use bag items during battles, and you must play on set mode, so you can't switch out after defeating one of your opponent's Pokemon. And finally, you cannot overlevel our Pokemon. Here is the list of the level caps for each gym. I will talk about them for each gym as well, but here is just a quick run through. You can see the Elite Four and the Champion are different levels. We're just going to go into the Elite Four at level 65, and whatever level we come out of it, it will be our level. Because we can't control the XP we gain from the Elite Four. And the final and most important rule of any challenge video on my channel, each of my Pokemon will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the nicknames I picked out for this challenge video. If you guys want to be nicknamed after a Pokemon in my future challenge videos, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down here, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you guys are not already. It would greatly help my channel. Anyways, let's get into the challenge video itself. Now the first portion of this game are obviously there is no trade evolution starter that I know of, I'm pretty sure. So our first trade evolution Pokemon we can ever encounter in this game to begin with is an Abra in Route 5. So our starter will be an Abra, and of course we got to change up the moves a little bit because Abra doesn't have any moves until it evolves into a Kadabra. So we're going to give it Confusion to start off with. Now Abra is actually a decent Pokemon to start out with if he has a move to use, obviously. So once we get through the tutorial of the game, we're gonna head into the forest, train up a Pokemon, and head into the first gym of the game. The level cap of this gym will be level 12. I just want to hit the brim of once I beat one of her Pokemon, I get a level up, so I'm level 13 into the gym. Our first gym fight against Viola is underway. Our first attempt, I must say, because we actually end up losing this. I beat down the Surskit, but unfortunately the Vivillon is too powerful and it actually knocks me out. So we gotta restart completely, and that's just kind of annoying. Our second attempt does not go any better. As you can see, the Vivillon still ends up beating me, and it didn't get better. So this time around, we're gonna actually go out and a little bit of EV training in the grass over here, right outside of the first town. I think Psyducks and Litleos have a lot of special attack EVs we can use. So we're just going to grind up on them and then face up against Viola once again. Her Surskit doesn't do any damage with us, so we knock out the Surskit, and then the Vivillon comes on next. Vivillon just keeps tackling me. It does not infestation me, so we're able to knock it out, and we get the first gym badge of the game with 3 attempts. That's not too bad, not too bad. We're going to train up our Pokemon and get the Furfrou over here, which allows us to get the Pokeflute, which allows us to get into Route 7. In Route 7, first ever encounter of a trade evolution Pokemon will be a Swirlix. Now Swirlix evolves through trade by holding a special item. Now I want to touch on this because evolution is a big part of this entire challenge. I'm going to allow any Pokemon that evolves through trade with a specific item. Once we get that item, we can evolve that Pokemon. So if we get a Metal Coat, we could evolve Onix into Steelix or Scyther into Scizor as soon as we get the Metal Coat. In this sense, once we get the Whip Dream for Swirlix, we can evolve it into a Slurpuff immediately. We just have to meet the criteria to evolve them. For basic trade evolution Pokemon such as Kadabra into Alakazam, I think it's fair to evolve them after the 5th gym because that's around where you're level 40, so I think that's a fair spot to evolve them into the final stage of them. Once we're done with that, we're gonna head into Glittering Cave. There's multiple encounters for us in here. We can get an Onix, Rhyhorn, or the best encounter, a Machop. So luckily we got a Machop, and we're gonna put that on our team as our second encounter. Once we're done with that, we're gonna face off against the second gym leader of the game. We're gonna face off against Grant. Grant is gonna be the rock type gym leader. Grant's always given us problems before, but once we face off against Grant in this run, we're gonna start the battle using our Machop against him. We're gonna revenge knock out his Amora in one shot, and then he can send out his Tyrant. With the Oranberry HP, I survive his Stomp, and Revenge would knock out the Tyrant. And we 2-shot Grant, which is the best I've ever done against Grant. It's crazy. I actually can't believe we actually beat Grant so fast. I think it's a dream. From there, we're gonna face up against more Team Flare members and train up our Pokemon. Before the third gym of the game, we're gonna actually head into Reflection Cave. In Reflection Cave, there is an encounter for us in here. We're gonna catch ourselves a Roggenrola, which is actually absolutely nice. I actually really like using Gigalith in any run, so that would be fun to use. And we're gonna head into the third gym of the game next. The third gym will be a fighting gym, and well, luckily Kadabra is on the team with Psybeam finally. And we're gonna face off against Karina now. Karina's gonna be the gym leader. She's gonna start the battle using her Meanfu against me. She's gonna fake out me. Luckily, I have inner focus and we can break through it. Side Shock will knock him out in one shot. She's gonna send out Machoke next. Side Shock will knock him out in one shot as well. And Hawlucha gets scary, hits me with a strong flying press, but luckily I resist it. And we're gonna knock him out in one shot. So we get the third gym badge of the game. And then we're going to have access to the HM03 Surf, which is great. Swirlix can actually learn Surf, which is ridiculous. I actually didn't know that. You guys know that? I didn't know that at all. Anyways, our encounter on Route 12 will be a Slowpoke because that's the only trade evolution we can get. There is a Clamperl, but we can't really surf on that. I mean, I guess we could surf on Swirlix and then go find a Clamperl, but I'd rather actually have a Slowpoke, so free Slowpoke. We're going to get a Slowking eventually as we actually go on these Go-Goats and find ourselves a Whipped Dream, so we can finally evolve our Swirlix into a Slurpuff, and we can keep moving on into the fourth gym of the game. The fourth gym is going to be the grass gym of the game. The level cap for this will be level 34. There's a 2-level gap after the third gym and the fourth gym, the third gym being 32 and the fourth gym being 34, which is kind of odd. Anyways, we're going to face off against Ramos. Ramos is going to be the fourth gym leader of the game, so we're going to start the battle against him using our Kadabra. We're going to Side Shock down his Slurpuff. He can do a lot of damage with that, but we're going to Side Shock him down and knock him out. Then he's going to switch out into his Go-Go. I want to switch out into my Machoke. Go-Go does a lot of damage. Thinking back, I should have put a Citrus Berry on my Machoke as a revenge him. I can see I probably would have lived another one if I had Citrus Berry. I would have risked it. That's 100% I would have risked it, but I switched out into my Bodor here. I completely forgot that he's a grass type, and he just grass stomped me and knocked me out. I always thought Go-Go was a physical attacker, so I switch out into my physical attacker Wall. He gets grass on it and dies, so it's kind of annoying. So I'm going to switch out into my Kadabra because I know it's going to outspeed it, and then it's going to Side Shock, knock out the Go-Go out into his Weeping Bell. Someone told me Weeping Bell was his ace. That is the dumbest thing I ever heard. If Weeping Bell is his ace, it's kind of annoying. Why would that be his ace? Doesn't make any sense at all. But we beat Ramos, and we're going to head into the power plant next. In the power plant, we're going to beat the Team Flare members and actually have an encounter in Route 13. Now Route 13 is the desert route, and all we gotta do is rock smash these rocks, and we found ourselves, well, not a slug, we don't want a Slugma, we found ourselves a Graveler. Graveler's gonna be the first trade encounter in this route, so we're gonna catch ourselves a Graveler real quick, and then that's gonna be great for us. We're gonna head into the fifth gym of the game, the electric gym in Lumio City. After we beat this gym, our Pokemon can finally evolve, so we gotta get through this right now because our evolution is way better than what we have right now. We need everyone to evolve. So we're gonna face off against Clement. Clement's gonna be the fifth gym leader, the electric gym of the game. He's gonna start the battle using his Amoga. Start with my Graveler, obviously. Graveler's gonna Rock Blast, knock out the Amoga first. He's gonna switch out into his Heliolisk. I was afraid that he's gonna have Surf, so I'm gonna switch out into my Kadabra because Kadabra could outspeed and then recover in front of him, and I want to take a Thunderbolt and then disable him so he can't actually do any damage against me at all. So recover up, switch out into my Machoke next, and then Revenge will knock him out in one shot. He's also disabled from using Thunderbolt, so we're able to knock him out in one shot. He's gonna switch out into the Magneton next. He's gonna set up electric terrain for no reason as I low sweep him, break his 30, and then knock him out. We beat the fifth gym leader in the game without losing a single Pokemon for once. From there though, a lot more Pokemon will finally be useful. Slowpoke over there and Slurpuff. Oh, Slurpuff's not useful at all, I swear. Anyways, we're gonna head into Lysandre's cafe, and Lysandre's action give us a King's Rock. Now we're finally able to evolve the Slowpoke. And now going forwards into Route 14, I believe, is the little swamp route over here. Our first encounter, we're looking for a Haunter. Haunter is encountable in this route. Unfortunately, we get a Shelmet. I wanted a Haunter, not a Shelmet. We could have got Carablast, Shelmet, or Haunter. Haunter was the lowest encounter rate, but it was fine. I wasn't really expecting it anyways, but we get a Shelmet. It's gonna be Father on our team, but that's about it. We're actually going to Laveer City. In this city, we're able to get ourselves a Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl is gonna be our first encounter in this city. Luckily enough for us, though, We don't have to use the Shelmet at all. We got a Poliwhirl. We're gonna evolve it into a Politoed. Since we already have a King's Rock on our item slot, we're gonna evolve that into a Politoed soon. And we're gonna head into Lavera City's gym next. Lavera City's gym will be the 6th gym of the game, also the fairy type gym, and it's just a rip-off of Sabrina's gym. Look at this. We're gonna face up against Valerie. Valerie's giving the 6th gym leader and the fairy type gym leader. We're gonna start the battle using our Golem against him. We're gonna magnitude down the Mawile in one shot and knock it out. As you can see, just a random Mawile. Next up, he's gonna switch out into Mr. Mime. I'm gonna stay in. He's gonna reflect me up. Don't do a lot of damage to him. He's gonna like 3-shot him. He's gonna psychic me, almost knock me out. I gotta switch out of here. I stupidly decided to go into my Alakazam, and then I'm just kind of stuck here. I can't do anything. I started to switch out into my like Slowking. He's gonna scare me off a little bit. I want to disable his Dazzling Gleam and then just kind of chip him down. He's gonna psychic me. I have to recover, so I should be fine whenever. Recover off all the damage and then switch out into my Slurpuff because this can take a long time. Slurpuff actually fake tears him, lower his special defense, and then I thought I was doing some. I thought I was outbranding everyone. I was draining kissing, getting my HP back, and then he's gonna psychic me, crit me, and then I drain and kiss once again for no reason. I should have switched out into Slowking. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I could live another one. I was getting too greedy, and then he's gonna knock him out. My Slurpuff for no reason. I mean, I can't really complain. It's not like I use Slurpuff anyway. So, anyway, Slowking's gonna come out, knock out the Mr. Mime for us as he switch out into his Sylveon. I'm gonna disable his Dazzling Gleam because that thing's too powerful. God. So I'll switch out into my Alakazam, and then I'm able to Side Beam down Sylveon. She already uses all her potions, so I'm just able to 4-shot it and then knock it out. And we get the 6th gym badge of the game. We also get something more important. We get Calm Mind for our Alakazam, so that's going to be very useful going forwards. We have some setup moves, and now we're going to head into the Pokeball Factory. We clear through the Team Flare members. As we come back and we get the Metal Coat for later. Obviously, I have plans for later. We're gonna go into the ice cave over here, clear through the Team Flare members, and then head into Route 17. Now in Route 17, there is an encounter for us in here. There's multiple encounters. There's a Phantom or a Pumpkaboo. I actually got the best encounter. I got myself a Phantom. Unfortunately, I got into the battle with a Phantom. I knock it down to half HP. I try to catch it. It pops out, which is surprising in the first place. And then it curses itself, and then it knocks itself out, so I don't get a Trevenant. I wanted to use a Trevenant so badly, but it was not meant to be. So we missed out on both Ghost types, Haunter and Phantom, just real quick. So it's kind of annoying. Wish I got one of them at least, but unfortunately we did not. Just take out our frustration with our rival because we're not using Shelmet. And we're gonna head into the 7th gym of the game. The 7th gym will be against Olympia in Anastar City. She's gonna be the Psychic Gym leader of the game, and the level cap for this will be level 48. We're gonna start the battle using an Alakazam against her. We're just gonna Calm Mind in front of her. We get 6 Calm Minds in front of the Sigilyph. Then we're gonna start psyching down, and we just knock out the Sigilyph, as you can see. Just obliterate down the Sigilyph, even though it resisted. Gonna knock out the Meowstic as well in one shot, and then our final Pokemon will be the Slowking. Psychic would knock him out in one shot, as you can see. And we beat Olympia just with her own typing. It's kind of funny. From there though, we're gonna head into the Team Flare hideout in Lumio City. In through the cafe, where I face off against Lysandre and Enzeroxis. He's gonna activate his giant war weapon. Just kind of scary. And we're gonna face off against Lysandre for the final time. This is kind of funny here. So I recover up twice because of Mienshaw's doing too much damage, and then it just misses high jump kick twice. Poor thing. I have a lot of Lax Instance on. All my Pokemon have Lax Instance on, so just lower the accuracy of the opposing Pokemon. As we're able to Calm Mind in front of Pyroar and then knock him out using Psychic. Knock out the Honchkrow. Kind of afraid of Sucker Punch, but it didn't use it. So Dazzling Gleam would knock him out, and then Dazzling Gleam would knock out the Gyarados as well. And we beat Lysandre and Team Flare. It's such a short chapter of the game, but there's no build-up. I mean, the build-up is pretty lame in my opinion. In my opinion, I defend XY a lot. I just don't think the villain in this game is that great. So that is my critique of it. Anyways, we're going to head into Route 22, I believe. And in this route, there is a trade evolution encounter for us. We're able to get ourselves a Scyther, which evolves into a Scizor, which I don't know where to get any steel moves because it doesn't learn any steel moves because I don't know why. Anyways, we're going to face up against the 8th gym of the game now. The 8th gym's level cap will be level 59. And we're going to face off against Wolfric. For some reason, he only has 3 Pokemon. Why? Why does he only have 3 Pokemon? It's so annoying. Because it could have been a harder gym battle. We're going to debut our Scizor, and Scizor's going to get a kill on his first try. X-Scizor would knock out the Bomb Stone with one shot. and then switch out into his Avalok next. I decided to switch out into my Slowking. Slowking will not take on Avalok, as you can see, but Politoed will. Politoed is getting Rain Dance up in front of him, take away his hail. Wow, he has no special defense at all. Jeez. Then he's gonna switch out to his Cryogonal. He's getting confused Mary Meets, so I switch out into my Machamp. Machamp's can Dynamic Punch. My favorite move for some reason. It's just so cool. It's so cool to hit Dynamic Punch. I have no guard as my ability, so it always lands Dynamic Punch. So I'm gonna knock out the Cryogonal, and we get the HM badge of the game. And it's time to head into Victory Road and the Elite Four. We're gonna head into Victory Road. There's not much for us to do. We're just gonna clear through all the trainers, get the items, and then head into the Elite Four. Now we stock out on potions. Can't use revives obviously, but we stock on potions and full heals. As we head into the Elite Four, we're gonna start off our Elite Four run against Wingstrom, the Steel type Elite Four member. Cool animation. That would be cool to remake in like 20 years. But anyways, we're gonna start the battle against him using our Golem. I'm surprised Golem got this far. I completely forgot about him for a little bit, but Golem's getting an Earthquake, knock out the Klefki for us. We're gonna get Tormented, which is fine. He switches out into his Probo Pass. I wanna bulldoze him. I could take any hits he can have, so I take the Flash Cannon pretty well. And then he's gonna full restore up. I'm gonna Rock Blast him to break his 30, which will allow me to bulldoze once again, knock out the Probo Pass as he switch out into his Aegis-Slash. I don't want to risk this. Keep my Golem as to myself. I want to switch out into my Politoed, do some chip damage against him, but he's gonna knock me pretty low. I get scared that he's gonna Shadow Sneak, which he doesn't, end up Shadow Sneaking me. So I switch out into my Scizor, take a hefty hit and a crit through Shadow Claw, and I'm like lucky enough I could Night Slash and knock him out at the very least. Then you can switch out into Scizor next. I have a few Pokemon in the back. I decided to switch out into my Slowking, which gets obliterated by Night Slash. So I was like, maybe I don't do that. Switch out into my Machamp, take the X-Scissor pretty well, and then Dynamic Punch will knock him out. 2 Dynamic Punches will knock him out, and we'll clear through our first Elite Four member. Our second Elite Four member, we're going to face up against is Malva, the Fire Elite Four member. We're going to start the battle using our Politoed against him. We're going to Rain Dance up to just whittle down him. I think Noble Roar Me is kind of annoying because he lowers my special attack multiple times. So Surf does not end up knocking out the Pyro in the rain, which is so confusing to me. So I switch out into my Slowking, take a Wild Charge, and then Surf will knock him out in one shot. You can switch out into Chandelure next, kind of scary. Oh, luckily I didn't stay in. I was thinking about staying in, but Politoed comes on next, take the Shadow Ball pretty well, and then I'm going to try to Surf it down. Luckily it ends up breaking due to Confusion and then one-shotting it using Surf. And it's gonna switch out into his Talonflame. I was gonna risk it, but I just realized I have Golem in the back, which resists Talonflame completely. So Rock Blast would knock out the Talonflame in one shot, as you can see. Then he's gonna switch out to a final Pokemon, which is gonna be Torkoal. Torkoal's gonna get Earthquake. It's dead. It's dead. Golem is powerful. Don't forget Golem. Anyways, we're gonna head into the third Elite Four member now. We're gonna face off against a Dragon type Elite Four member. She can start the battle using her Dragalge. I'm going to start out using Frog, my Politoed. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I thought Ice Beam from Frog would do something. She has Thunderbolt. I should have switched out to Golem at one point. I was scared it's going to knock me out because Golem does not have good special defense. But obviously, I was going for the freeze on Politoed. It wasn't a better plan using Politoed. So, switch out into my Slowking next. Slowking will take the Thunderbolt, unfortunately, but will luckily Psychic, knock him out. Then he's going to switch out to his Altaria. I knew Altaria is not going to do too much. I mean, it's an Altaria, so I'm going to stay in. Ice Beam will knock him out. Then she's going to switch out into his Northern. I swear I was going to knock this thing out without losing any Pokemon. Switch out into my Golem. Unfortunately, though, I take a Dragon Pulse and then take a crit to the face and knock out my Golem, which is unfortunate. We lose Golem for no reason. Crits are so annoying. So I decided to switch out into my Alakazam next. I'm going to Calm Mind in front of her. I Calm Mind a few times in front of her, and then Dazzling would knock out the Northern in one shot, and then knock out the Druddigon in one shot, and we get through the third Elite Four member of the game. Next up, we're going to head into the final Elite Four member. We're going to face out against the Water Elite Four member. You can start the battle using his Clawitzer. I Calm Mind in front of him. He does still a lot of damage using Dark Pose against me, so it's kind of scary. I don't want him to crit me, so I knock him out using Psychic, and then he switch out into his Barbarico. I should have taught him Grass Knot. I don't know why I didn't teach my Alakazam Grass Knot. He gets X-Scissor knocked out by the Barbarico because he lives with 1 HP, and I'm like, oh my god, there's no way that just happened. It's so frustrating. Because I was fine. Alakazam could hold his own, could just win me the entire Elite Four if I just don't lose him, and I lose them right here in the final Elite Four member, which is obviously. I knock out the Barbarico, and then he can switch out to his Gyarados. I freeze him, switch out into my Slowking. Slowking lucky enough was psyching him down. I have a Lax Instance on all my Pokemon, so he's gonna miss 2 Earthquakes against me, which is kind of funny. It's crazy. What is going on with 2 Earthquakes? I've never seen that. Anyways, knock out the Gyarados, and then he can switch out into a Starmie. I'm getting Grass Knot, it doesn't do any damage, so I switched out into my Scizor. Scizor will tank a hit, which is fine, and then X Scizor will knock him out in one shot. And now we beat through all the Elite Four members. We gotta face off against the champion next. The champion will be Diantha, and Diantha's gonna be kind of annoying. So we're gonna start the battle against Diantha with our depleted squad. With our Slowking. Slowking will Psychic knock out the Hawlucha in one shot as he switch out into Zomorus. I don't really have too much for it. I'm gonna try to surf it. Instead of Light Screen, I'm like, oof, that's tough. I mean, I should have switched out to my Machamp first turn, but switched out into my Politoed, takes the Thunder, and gets paralyzed, so Politoed's just done. I can't do anything about it. Politoed's gone. Switch out into my Machamp. Machamp's gonna Dynamic Punch, knock out the Amoris, which is great. Then she's gonna switch out into her Goodra next. I Dynamic Punch it, confuse it. She's gonna actually heal up, low sweep crits him to about half HP. I should Dynamic Punch him again. To save my HP. I was scared I was gonna need more Dynamic Punch, so I decided to revenge, risk it, and then knock out the Goodra, so it worked out anyways. She can switch out to her Tyrantrum. I outspeed it, Dynamic Punch will knock him out. Her last two Pokemon will be Gourgeist and obviously Gardevoir, so I can't even use Dynamic Punch anyway, so I switch out into my Scizor. I should have set up against him, but two Night Celestials will knock him out as I avoid both his moves. And then she can switch out to her final Pokemon, which is going to be a Gardevoir. She can miss her Thunderbolt initially, as you can see. Dodged it, boop. X-Scissor will two-shot him, and she's going to use her Full Restore as I knock her out using X-Scissor. And we beat the champion, and we beat this challenge finally. Oh my god. I was so mad that Alakazam died. I was so mad. I cannot believe it. Anyways, we're inducted into the Hall of Fame, but that's not over just yet. We gotta face off against one more trainer. We're gonna face off against AZ, and we almost lose against AZ, as you see. Unfortunately for us, we lose Machamp. So, we lose Machamp to the Sigilyph. Well, luckily enough, Slowking will clutch things up with us with Ice Beam and knock out the Sigilyph for us. And we beat AZ. Oh my god. We almost choked at the end. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It means a lot to me that you guys watch all the way to the end. And I want to say thank you guys for supporting my channel. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one. And subscribe if you guys are not already. It greatly help my channel. Anyways, my name is Ben Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. And out. Peace.